take place. Back to the mall in the old school days, kicking it back with stories exchange. This is before everything changed. Oh, the 245 at Mickey D's, Sears catalogs and memories. Eclectic is taking you back. Just turn the page. Took me for everything changed.
Before Everything Changed is the show, and I'm the host. What's up, everybody? Today, we're talking about music, musicians, the artists. Here's the thing: it's before your favorite singer or rapper needed social media, and everything wasn't a fucking strategy and a rollout. People roll. There are people that are putting out track listings for the album that is not coming out for months, maybe a year. You didn't have to be online. It wasn't online, but because of that, you didn't have to be online to be heard. This is before that shit. There was a time where you could have a music career without the rollout. It seems weird, but all for the most of my youth, all you needed was talent, a little luck, and the right timing. There was nowhere to post every day. You didn't have to explain yourself on camera. You didn't have to be a personality. You just be a musician. That was it. Your music was the introduction. You didn't have a backstory. It wasn't a brand. No engagement. You had to show everybody that you relate to them. Matter of fact, you could be weird. Sometimes that was even better. And we would find your music a lot of times by accident. But you had your radio, you have the record store, you have the DJs, mostly like college DJs at college fucking radio stations. Then you have friends that just hand you a tape like, yo, I don't know if you heard this. I was out of town and they were playing this. Boom, taped it. Here, listen to that. And because the discovery, was a little slower, the connection was more. You didn't skip after 10 seconds and be like, all right, got it. If someone handed you some shit or something hit your ear, you would listen to the whole thing. You live with the album. You learn the weird tracks, you the B sides. You're like, okay, because I like this. Well, let me see what this is. It was great. There's Discovery now. You got it. And like, oh, who do you? Oh, that's the new. Okay, and then you're done. It's disposable. But before you're like, all right, nah, hand me that album. And now you're reading shit on the back. You're folding out the tape thing, and the musicians, they weren't expected to be fucking I don't know, likable. Yeah, that's a bad word, but they weren't expected to perform off stage. They didn't owe the audience or to me or you or anybody access to their personality. They were private, mysterious. Like you didn't know shit. Like you didn't know Prince last name. You just didn't. You didn't know what the inside of Michael Jackson's house looked like. You didn't. You didn't even know what city or state he lived in. You you I don't know where Aretha Franklin fucking shopped for groceries. I don't care. I never knew Luther's favorite fucking donut. You didn't. Now you have the people online. They're showing you shit and it's endorsing shit. It was just Matter of fact, the musicians they would disappear in between albums. Sometimes they change and come back completely different, but someone would drop. Put it like this: the fucking between Thriller and Bad. Look at the Thriller album cover. Look at the back. You just disappear. We don't know what you're working on, and then all of a sudden it says, "Hey, on the radio, here's the new Stevie Wonder song." Oh shit, Stevie, he has a new. All right, and then you go and buy it if you liked it or if he was one of your favorite artists. Or like, oh, here's a new group called Guy. Like, oh, I like that song. Maybe you see a video like, all right, well, I'm down with that. But then, like, I remember when Rakim came out and made Paid in Full. And Paid in Full, this is a rapidy rap album, people. But everyone everyone liked that. I've never met anyone who doesn't like that album, right? So everyone loved it, and then it came out in '87, and then '88 came out with another album. It was called Follow the Leader. So then you're like, well, shit, '89. We about to. It was no '89 album, and then the his next album came out a year after that. It came out 1990, and that seemed like 4 years to us because you're used to people coming out with a new joint every year, but people could just disappear, and you had no, and there was no internet, so we didn't know if he was alive. It was just all right. Well, we start listening to other people. That's pretty much what it. All right. Well, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen to other people. You discover new music that way, and it's nice that people could do that, but people don't do that now. I mean, I guess some people now you won't hear from them, but then when they come back, you don't fuck with them no more. You're like, ew. I haven't heard from them in a long time. They played out. I don't like them. I don't want to hear it. It's just I don't know. It's just weird. We used to anticipate people and miss people because the music meant more. But again, luck, like I said, and timing that mattered the most back in there because it wasn't like I said, it wasn't a rollout, wasn't an internet campaign, and you had street teams. But if you're not outside looking at telephone poles where they're posting all of the shits, saying that somebody got a new album come out, you don't know. But that did make it a little more something because you're like, damn, I saw that name somewhere. It was in some window. It was on some pole or something. And so then when the song come out, you're like, oh yeah, because back when artists was trying to break through, sometimes it was just being in the right city or meeting the right person or having a DJ play your song at the right time. Because that was the other thing. We would all listen to the radio at the same time. It's not like now where you really don't listen to the radio, or if you do, you listen to it for a radio show, which might as well be a podcast. But there was times where it's like, all right, afternoon drive when people are coming home from work, they're listening to the radio. So if you want to break something, boom, break it there. You had the quiet storm. You want to break a slow song, boom, you break it there. You had the morning drive when people were driving to work. If you wanted to break a certain thing, play it there because everyone's listening to it. And then now maybe they get into work or maybe you get into school. Did you hear the such and such song? Yeah, I heard it. And now, boom. It looks still matter. It's just you got algorithms now. that's what the luck and timing is now. It's the algorithm. It's weird, but now instead of just being a really dope musician or someone that can sing or rap, you got to be a marketer or an editor. You got to be a community manager. You gotta have a brand. Before it was just like, no, they could just really sing. They might be an asshole. The rest of the personality could be for shit. Don't know. Don't care. Just care about what it sounds like on the radio. But, and then we have all the access to people. And 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 all the technology. So they don't even have to really be a good singer. They can cook up their voice in the studio. And that's why you don't hear about a lot of people going live, or when they go to the show they just play the track and then they hold the microphone out and let the audience sing because they can't. But but now you can do all of the shit from anywhere. You could be in wherever the fuck, Milwaukee, and just email or stream or something somewhere, and everybody could hear it. Every fucking what you have, Bandcamp, and all the other shit you can just upload your shit to, and somebody might hear it. That might be a thing. But we lost the idea that music could more or less speak without explanation. Sometimes just boom, here's the song. Oh shit, that's dope. Now we need a caption like, all right, well, this is what this is about. Like, I don't shut up. I don't. Also, it's very. There's no innuendo anymore. That's also a whole thing. But I was just thinking about how the difference was from artists blowing up back in the day versus now. It would be word of mouth. You hear the shit at the same time, and then if you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't, you didn't. But that was it. Now it could be people with brand new albums out. If you don't have that in your algorithm, and if nobody that you associate with like that artist and it's not in theirs, you won't know until you just one day you're like, yeah, I wonder what happened to such and such, and you search, and you're like, damn, they had 3 albums out. Because that's where we are now. It's fucking weird. It's stupid. But that's yeah, before everything changed.
This is before everything changed.
Just turn the page to before everything changed. This is before everything changed. Eclectic. Before everything changed. Before EC. This is before everything changed. Podcast. Nobody more easy. It's them more eyes. For song I never refrain. My love and now. See the goddess taste. Before easy. This is before everything changed. Podcast. Before